Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello.
We are live. Yes, we are. Good evening from Master Miss. For those of you who are just listening and not actually watching. Well, we are live. Welcome back to the world of Cairne. Um, gonna spooky noises too from Master Miss. It's important that we add those in. But yes, we are picking back up at the top of the tower, I believe. This evening, you guys just had a weird little encounter with a plant. Anybody want to recount anything?
We have had a wonderful time sheltering from the storm here. It was roughly as deadly inside the tower as outside. But we picked up a few sort of things to recommend it. We have fought our way from the base up here to very nearly the top, and we have found many undead. We have found various dangerous elements. We have found a baby int. Everybody should be thrilled by the presence of baby int.
Baby Int.
And at the very top of the tower, we found this small study with a few things that we have yet to fully examine, and a dangerous plant that nearly took Wilhelm. But I pulled him away, and I warned him about the plants. They're not nice.
Except for Tree Baby.
Except for Tree Baby. Baby Int.
So at present, we are spread across 2 levels of the tower, very nearly at the roof, I think. Probably some undead have broken in at the base. We have blocked the stairway with a very heavy throne to continue keeping them back, but who knows how long that'll hold.
This is true.
The storm continues to rage.
It does rage on unabated. The loud cracks of thunder. The tower shakes every time it hits. You can hear the sound of the rain whipping across the sides. It's quite a storm. So, what was done with the plant, the dangerous one?
I feel like somebody was going to try to burn it.
That's fair.
We decided not to burn it
Yes.
because we didn't want the tower to catch on fire.
Yeah, it is made of wood.
And I think that it was decided that it wasn't malignant so much as it was just doing its life job.
Although if we did catch the tower on fire, it really would be a perfect storm.
Hell of a way to end the campaign right there. Going all out for a pun.
So, 4 of you are in the peak of the tower. Listener Wilhelm, Saoirse, and Evelyn. Van Warren, Genesis, Kaz, and Uki, along with the animals, are in the lower level. Below that, who knows? Where do we go from here?
I think first we note to all and sundry that we are light a couple of players this evening.
Very true. Very true. Snacks will be joining us shortly. She is still in the charity stream. Van Warren and Kaz are ghosted this evening, and Wilhelm as well. Wilhelm had some technical difficulties. The player, not the character. But we will ghost them along as long as we can. Don't worry, I won't rob you of their abilities.
It's very generous, sir. Let's see. I think I had traded Evelet, the tree baby, for something. What did I receive in exchange for tree baby? I was supposed to hold something. Scroll, that's right.
Scroll, yes, because Evelyn's looking so hot, and we might be able to get information from you. Might be the only person that comes out of this tower alive.
There is
How
a
my
chance.
trick will be is if we're dying here, I just don't leave.
You leave.
This is my life now.
You just don't leave.
I got time. You know, there's to date there's no observed natural lifespan for an Ogham.
Yeah, they have not existed long enough for one to die of old age.
So
That's-
I can
so-
sit up top, soak in some sunlight, cast invisible flask a few thousand times. I would be devastatingly sad though, and I would be sure to collect all of your spirits.
Yeah. You wouldn't be alone, at least. Not entirely.
Just keep it in a jar.
We've got this little table here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a desk? What are we looking at?
This right here?
Yes, we pulled the scroll out of this, correct?
No, this is actually a bed.
Oh, that's a bed. All right.
The table, the scroll came out of the drawer beneath the plant that
Yeah,
likes
that's
to
right.
sleepify people. And right now, Evelet's standing with Tree Baby on top of the steps, looking down, wondering if anything is gonna burst through the makeshift barricade on the next floor down.
Remind me, Church, was there something up?
This is the top of the tower.
Okay, we're up at the top. Good, good. Can we see out from here?
There are some very thin, more like arrow slits than windows. If you get too close, you're going to start getting splashed with rainwater. But if you step back a little bit, you can kind of see. Visibility's really poor.
Just well enough to look out and see the storm is still going very heavily.
Of that, you
That's
have
all I
no
was
doubt.
looking for. Yeah. All right. I guess I'd like to make one more pass of the personal effects and things here.
Okay.
I have this that I never use.
Hmm.
So, perceiving secret things.
Okay.
The secret boys.
Give me an advantaged investigation roll, please.
Okay. There you are. So.
It's a very solid roll. Very solid roll. I will say this. There is a hatch on the roof.
Aha!
There does appear to be some type of mechanism that will actually fold down a ladder that is obscured into the woodwork itself. But yeah, it will actually lead up to that hatch in the ceiling.
Mhm.
It's very old.
Listeners. How high is the ceiling here? Because listener could practically reach up and touch it if it's short enough.
Oh, it's only like about 12, 13 feet.
Okay, I can't quite touch it, but I'm closer to it than is normal.
Mhm.
And he's just looking up and he reaches. Then he withdraws his hand as if he's thought better of it. Perhaps now is not the time.
Maybe.
Later, when it's not raining and we don't have a bunch of void walkers threatening to beat down our door.
As if to emphasize that point, another crack of thunder shakes the building, and the moans from below get louder.
Guys, the moans from the below are getting louder.
It'd be best if
Not
we
that they're not like
downstairs.
echoing through the tower or anything.
No. It's just that uncomfortable, disquieting moaning.
Yeah,
that
friendly
case-
reminder that Saoirse made the point last session that it'd be best for us to all stay downstairs, so we wouldn't be affected by the void vomit.
Yes. So let's shepherd Wilhelm back down with listener as he recovers from the mental haze of the plant.
All right. So I'll let you guys move your tokens on down to that
Oh,
middle level.
what if
wherever
I
everyone
could,
else is.
brother? Can't see it.
Yeah.
You can't see
No, when we're in any of the rings of the tower, the entire rest of the map is black.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move us.
There you go.
Thank you.
No worries, no worries. But yeah, the moans are getting louder, more agitated. They can hear you guys moving around upstairs. There's a lot of noise from, the animals and you guys. The floor is actually starting to strain under the weight, especially of the Jeff and the carrier ants.
It is a little busy up here. Let's see.
Since they're going down to the next level, I would like for her to poke around a little bit more and see if she can find any information. So like tools, anything that might be used like in experiments, any books that are open where the text might be legible for like what exactly the plan was for Root, which is his name.
Root? R-O-O-T?
His name is
Okay. Root. Alright, I guess give me investigation.
Computer, we're on your last legs. Good job.
Solid. Very solid. I will say you find a little bit of information. It's not a whole lot, because there's just not a whole lot to be found. But, you do find a series of scrolls in the shelves over here. They're very tattered, very worn. Do you read Elven or Galdowinan?
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I think that she has a way of getting around these things.
Yeah, there is an Arcanist thing for that, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
While she's up to that, can we be coordinating all other members of the party to ambush undead as they come up the stairs?
Of course. What do you want to do?
I think it would be pretty reasonable of us just to be, camped at the entrance, more or less. I don't know what the stairs look like physically in the space, but we should be able to get in a good, solid, sneak attack round on anybody who just stumbles up.
Okay.
Oh, he big. Alright, that's better.
But also, we probably don't need to be too close to these things because, void vomit.
They can vomit, but if we just let them walk up, they're going to vomit and catch all of us.
This
We
is
might
very
do
possible.
better to try and incapacitate them as they come up the stairs and not give them, a single round of activity.
Mm-hmm.
Click, click, click.
Yes, that seems right.
All right. So there you go, Evelyn.
Now he's very small.
She doesn't have a way to read it,
Okay.
apparently.
Would you?
And the one person who might have.
Would you like Van Warren to interpret?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
I'll-
please.
I'll let that go. We'll let him.
He's the best at reading Galduino,
The absolute best. There is no other as good at reading Galduinan. So, in essence,
As a Galdowinan.
as a Galdu, yeah, you would hope, right? an essence to an essence of what's in there. Sorry, I'm reading notes here. Dang it, my typing. There. The notes that are in here describe that this was at one point a research outpost. They survived the initial hit of the blight. They immediately begin to feel the effects and go through horrific changes, experience horrors that are described in jumbles and shaky script. Some of the things they talk about just descend into gibberish. There's multiple authors to these documents, and it's almost as if random hands are making random entries and just trying to make some record of what was happening as they each slowly descended into madness and physical desolation. One of the last to keep their sanity is the one who put root into the crystal as a desperate attempt to preserve a pure strain of nature, recognizing that everything around them was being corrupted very quickly. So that, in essence, is what root is.
So we need to protect the babe from getting corrupted.
How do we put him in a box with holes in him? How do we protect it?
The holes might actually be a problem, you see. The blight is carried on the air.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
And then there's the new danger of the fungus as well.
Yes, also a bit of an issue around these parts. Who was nearly killed by that last combat? A couple people.
Is she able to extend her shadows around? Like, if she attempts to do this, I know, like, she wouldn't be able to, like, summon weapons or anything like that, or create them in that instance. But if he's still touching his body, could she essentially, like, make a shield?
A shield, as in, like, coalesce your shadows around.
Yeah, because they protect her from the fungus.
Mm-hmm. As long as it is in contact with you, and it's nothing complex in a mechanical nature, yeah.
Yeah, essentially just a shield. I mean, like, it's obviously not going to stop the piercing of, like, an arrow or, you know, a sword or something like that, but, like, just as much as it would protect her skin from tiny particles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd allow that.
So she's just gonna, like, stand in the corner and, like, attempt to try and make some sort of adjustment around the tree.
Now, Roots, and you have control over Roots' token, so keep that in mind.
It's a token. He has a token. Okay.
Yeah. Keep in mind. So basically, what you're gonna do is create like one of those little baby slings. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Baby carrier. Got it.
Root's a little bit bigger and heavier than a baby. So we're talking probably a good 40 pounds added weight. So just keep that in mind for your encumbrance.
That is a heavy baby.
Yeah, it is a little tree. It's all pure heart. So,
Heartwood.
Yeah, heartwood. There you go. Anything else while you're up here? Not that you're probably planning to leave. anytime soon.
No, we're gonna be stuck for a while. I took some damage in this last one. I remember, I think Evelyn took a tremendous amount of damage. Is that right?
Yep.
You might want to hide there-ish.
Yeah.
Just from the structure of spiral staircase, there should be a place you can stand that has full cover from things coming up the stairs.
Yeah. The only thing that she could really do at the moment, and she would say this, she's like, make a hut. It's only gonna last 8 hours. I don't think it's gonna matter by the time they finally make it there. And then the shadow explosion thing. But the shadow explosion thing will not protect from bile. So,
No.
and she's really, really hurt. So she's probably not looking too fancy. Like blisters and...
No, you hide behind the stairs. It's very
yeah,
important.
Just gonna hide.
All right, so you're hiding.
Yes. Let's do...
Archibald is typing.
She's probably gonna maybe like see if there's like I think that they used the broken table to block the stairs, didn't they?
No, it was the throne.
Yes, the floor below.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should put another block on this level.
You guys did hear something crashing through below last session.
Yes.
Awesome.
Is there anything up here we can block it with?
All the furniture you see. This is a couch, multiple sets of wrecked shelves, an old wrecked desk, and some wrecked chairs. I believe there was another table over here.
Let's haul the desk. Let's get like 4 people on the desk and just pop it over there. We'll pile stuff up for as long as we want.
All right.
She's actually gonna go over to the other desk and like turn it over on its side and hide behind it with Ruth.
Okay. Hiding.
pulling some furry friends in with her.
All right. So real quick,
Yes.
before we get Earth, Wind, Fire, Air. Okay. Before we go any further, Genesis, let's get an animal handling roll in. The animals are getting really spooked, being cramped indoors with the storm and the creatures below.
I will assist with this through the psychic connection to the animals.
Fair.
This is fine. We're fine. You're just trapped in a tower.
Those poor Phoenix. There you go. Hey, Uki.
Oh, it's a snacks.
Oof.
Good thing you had advantage.
It is a good thing you had advantage. The Phoenix are spooked. They're not bolting, but they're beginning to pace and whine very loudly. Every time the thunder hits, 1 or 2 of them will yelp. Spooked, they're shaking. You've seen a dog with a storm fear, I'm sure. Think that, except a rideable-sized fox. 4 of them. Archibald is trying to corral them as best Archibald can. But you get the sense that even Archibald is a little nervous. If an ant can be. Sorry, Genesis is typing. I'm waiting to see.
Yes.
Okay. Trying to comfort Archibald. Now, this isn't too big a deal. I will say there's a lot of weight on this floor that was never intended to be, and this is a very old construction. So you're going to see me roll from time to time for structural stability. You're good, Snacks. You're going to see me roll from time to time for structural stability. It's a very low chance, but there is a chance the floor is going to start falling out from under you.
Everybody's going to be so excited.
It's a very low chance. Okay. All right. So where do we go from here?
As stated, shifting the furniture to block the stairway once more, specifically this big desk.
Okay.
Let's say, listener and our many strong and able-bodied compatriots who are not here on mic this evening.
Okay.
Shift it.
All right. So it's a very sturdy, shockingly for the state that it's in. It's solid wood. You do manage to drag it over. This is a spiral staircase, so it's coming up out of the floor.
Yes.
Are you laying it over the stairs, just trying to jam it in the opening?
Let's see if we can come up with a clever and powerful solution here. We've got Listener, we've got Wilhelm, we got some big brains on the team.
That's
to
fair.
look at stuff.
Very fair.
So, can we have a role to develop a good way to block it, or would you like to describe like the physical structure, and then I can try and come up with one, like off the cuff?
This is what I get for playing with engineers.
It do be that way sometimes.
So it's one thing I will say, since this is elven architecture, the wood appears to be virtually seamless. It's almost as if it was grown rather than built. Like the wood was shaped. So as the stairs come up, they graft and spread into the floor itself. The hole is not square. It's more of an oval shape. And, the stairs kind of glide gracefully around it and then up to the next floor. There is a railing. It's maybe only about 2 foot high, and it's an intricate wooden lattice work. You could probably kick it down if you wanted to, though.
Okay. It's harder to strike upwards than it is to strike forwards, and these guys aren't too smart, so I imagine they're just going to try and battering ram their way through things. Is the desk large enough to fit over the opening of the staircase as it comes up?
Yeah.
Then let's do that, and let's pile stuff on top of it to weigh it down enough that it can't simply be lifted by enough undead.
Okay. So yeah, just a classic.
Just a classic, easy way. The staircase is only 5 foot across, so I guess at most they could get 2 side by side working on it as they just crush their way up.
So basically, your desk is there,
Yes.
just kind of covering the opening.
Yes, and then we weigh down with like the couch and whatever's haulable to put over there, basically.
All right, let me see here.
Because we're shifting weight away from where everybody is standing.
Okay. As you're dragging the desk over and getting it in place, you're kind of looking down the hole.
Yeah.
Listener, you're kind of one of the only available ones, so just want you to kind of see what you see here.
Sure.
All right.
Ah,
So, just so you see what you see there.
I do see that. I do see that.
One of them does appear to look up and notice you as you're dragging this heavy desk over, like scraping across the floor.
Oh yeah, that's fine. They've all, indicated they can detect us no matter what we're doing, really. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not too worried about that. That's a lot of them, though. So we get the desk into place, and listeners moving with a quickness now to help everybody get the other stuff. He begins to tell the crowd. There are a great many of them on the floor below. Saw at least 8.
I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a really bad idea. Never mind. Never mind. Nah, well,
There's no such thing.
yeah.
No such thing as a bad idea.
Plenty of bad ideas. Let's be real here. There are bad ideas.
So, we have a free floor above us. And we can't really go near them, otherwise they'll do things like, you know, throwing up on us and stuff.
What's a
And
little,
they don't have to get close to do it.
it's a little vomit between friends?
And what if we collapse the floor? This floor on top of them.
Then we would go down with it because there's not enough room for all of us to stand on the floor above.
Okay.
Certainly it would collapse immediately under the weight, but I think you just physically couldn't fit our tokens up there.
What if we at least make it so they can't come up the stairs permanently for now?
Well, that would have been a great idea if we had done it as we came up the last one. You got a good spell?
Yeah. Yeah. It might. I don't. How close are the stairs to the wall? Are they hugging the wall?
They are actually brushing against the wall as they come up from the floor.
And are they spiraling like that, or is it more of like a slow ascent?
They're spiraling.
And so it's safe to say that they're probably about 3 feet wide, 4 feet wide in radius.
Sure, that's fair. About 4 feet.
So if something like hits up against her night, against my nightweave form, it tends to like create a small explosion, and that might be enough to damage the stairs.
Are you trying to wreck the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it safe to say she knows enough about her form to know about the level of damage that could be inflicted on inanimate objects?
To a point.
But stairs are like structural, so that's a little.
And these are elven craft. Like when I say the structure appears to have been grown, one of the things that the elves were very well versed on was actually like shaping trees.
Yeah. So she's gonna look at them and be like, well, that's my idea, and I don't know if it'll work.
Blowing it
Seems
up
to be
with
pretty-
shadow magic seems a
Awesome.
little extravagant. Perhaps we can simply use more
anybody hack at
conventional
them?
firepower. We have a lot of guns up here. Maybe we just shoot them out.
Shoot out the stairs.
Yeah, we can apply regular damage to them, is what I'm saying. There's no need for you to go over there, get touched by an enemy, and explode.
Well, no, it wouldn't be an enemy. It would be like somebody could like throw something really heavy at her, and it would be enough. Like it would be enough to set off an explosion. She wouldn't have to go down. And essentially, it's just to create a big enough gap where they can't cross it to get up.
Mm.
But if we have a way to get rid of the supporting pillar, maybe, for where the stairs spiral around.
Supporting pillar, you say?
I'm assuming that they're
Structural
attached
components, you say?
I'm assuming that they're attached to
Yeah.
something in the center.
Oh, they might be.
Looking at our own set of spiraling stairs in this room.
Oh no, I bet they
They're
are.
attached to.
I bet they are. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about Church already rolling to see if the tower stays up periodically.
I will say, Wilhelm will volunteer the fact that he does, in fact, still have an arquebus.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking of earlier.
Well, also Uki comes from a stonemason structural background as well, from from the mountains. As far as some of the halls that we, and some of our basically our halls that we built within, and having to know that structural integrity.
That will play into it, this a bit. Like I would allow some general knowledge in that regard. The only difference is this is all elven, so it's all wood, sheep, tree shaping type stuff. But you would still get some advantage for your knowledge.
Please get in there, take a shot at it. See if there's a clean way to disconnect these stairs without dying.
By all means, yes.
Please don't die. Side note.
You guys are getting lucky with the rolls tonight.
I do love that we continue to live.
What would Genesis know, Mastermas? Well, the elves that you guys trade with no longer live in tree-shaped homes, unfortunately. It's a good point, though. Yeah, you're used to the insane cannibal elves.
So then, would I be able to do an investigation with advantage at this time?
I don't think I'll give you advantage. I'll give you, let's say, a +2. Just because this is very different architecture than you're used to.
Understood.
21.
Ooh.
Solid. All right. So Uki, with your very fine attention to detail, you kind of are looking over the craftsmanship, running your fingers along it. Rough though they may be, they are still very sensitive. And you actually manage to pick up the faintest, paper-thin hint of a seam in the wood. And you manage to kind of follow it around and find the structural weak points of the stairs where they were grafted to the rest of the building.
I was about to say, like, I just thought of something. If y'all said that out loud, I could have had Saoirse play Built Upon Rubble.
This is very true. Although it's not too late to do that now that that information is out in the open if Uki shares it.
Yes, and so that's what Uki, is looking at this, and so she says,
Oh,
No.
we just
What
got
from-
raided.
"Oh wow,
Hey everybody.
hello,
Welcome to the stream. Thank you
Oh,
for the raid.
look who it is."
We're just trying not to take a building down around us.
It's Feather
No big
Fall.
That is snacks.
Great to see the folks I was just playing with showing up over here. I see Star.
It's awesome. Hargreaves and Master Doggins will always be with us. So, you have found the seam. Uki, you do have a weapon that could actually be played as a tool for this, I believe. Do you not? You still have your war pick?
Yes, I think so.
I have
I
a
don't-
feeling you could probably crack this thing with your war prick, especially with Built Upon Rubble going.
Yeah, I will have Saoirse like play that since it's out in the open.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. So I will definitely I will definitely tell the rest of the party, because this is part of not it's not just the my history and experience, but also some of what I had learned from Kaz as well, so that I had kind of picked up through him as far as some of this more mastery. So I'm sharing this with the group, saying, yes, I can find here where this is running. I think I can do this. We could do this. You ready? Everybody safe? For the animals safe in the position we need to be?
Yeah, it looks like the animals are still tucked in across the room.
Okay.
You gonna
So build
start?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna start cracking at it?
Certainly will.
All right. Give me a 2-hit roll, please, with at
Okay.
advantage.
A 2-hit at advantage. So can I do that with my, I don't think I actually put this in my attack. So
Your melee weapon attack.
my melee weapon. So should I just do it as a D20?
D20 strength proficiency. I don't think it has a plus.
Yeah, it's just strength plus proficiency.
Oh yeah, the strength plus.
And again, advantage.
Advantage.
The advantage is very
Oh,
important.
I'm totally having performance anxiety with all the big people who rated in. All right.
It's all good. The worst that'll happen is you'll bring the entire building down.
Yeah.
That could happen. We were just talking about that.
Exactly. So what's the best way with Roll20 that I'm going to get this set up to roll?
Just roll a d20 twice, and then just add your strength and proficiency to each roll.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, I'm holding on.
She's going to type you out the little command for it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Jesus.
you go.
I'm so
Yeah.
good about that.
So put a /R in front of that, and then you'll get it.
Yes,
Perfect.
thank you so much.
We have some big brains. It's handy.
You just say /R, right?
Yes. And a space. So /R space that strength.
It says there was an error with your formula. Please try again.
Did you put the space?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
/R
R.
space. There we
There it
go.
goes.
That was odd.
Hey.
All right.
13.
Plus your strength and proficiency bonus.
Plus my strength. 3 for proficiency.
16.
And my strength, which is it's the top one, so 1. So it's so 17 total.
17.
To hit.
17 connects solidly. And there's an audible crack, like a loud one. It doesn't quite break free yet, but it was a very solid hit, and damage was done.
Okay.
Church says damage was done. Rolls a structure check. Such is the life. Such is the life. Keep at it, though.
Would you like
Alright.
to take another crack?
I certainly will.
Go ahead.
Let's see. So I'll do another one of those.
Another solid hit.
15 plus
Mhm.
21.
Very solid hit. Part of the stairs actually does come loose. You can see it just crack, and wood dust flies up into the air. The floor actually shifts underneath you, Uki. Part of the floor has begun to crack out.
Everyone steady yourself. I'm going to take another blow.
Self is steadied. We shift everybody to be standing on tiles further away from the stairs.
Here, let me. We'll move Big Jeff.
Yes.
Uki, you're probably actually going to be standing about there, so.
Great, thank you.
Braces an ant. Chitter, chitter, chitter.
Archie, come over here.
All right.
I think an ant bracing is just an ant standing. They're very stable.
It's true. It's true.
They are extremely so.
So was that your third hit there?
I've done 1, 2, 3. Yes.
All right. So the third hit knocks the stairs loose without further damaging the floor. The floor around the opening is very unstable. Very unstable. The stairs go crashing down. You hear several moans and groans as it falls on top of the creatures that are below you. We're going to do a chance roll here, and I'm not talking about Lord of Chance. I'm going to let you pick one person, your choice. Doesn't matter who.
Oh, that Uki is picking?
Doesn't matter. It's up to you guys.
Okay, and by chance, any one of us, so, and chance.
We're nominating a random number
Pick
generator.
me, I have the worst luck.
I'm okay with that.
Never mind. He said pick and don't do it.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2. Actually, it is Evelyn
Aha.
in my random.
All right.
Random.
Okay.
So, Evelyn, roll a D100, please.
I'm so sorry.
That. All right, 26.
You beat an 8. Luck was on your side. The
really sad.
Uki, as the stairs crash down, the floor gives out just a little bit. Like I said, it's very unstable, and the desk goes crashing down with them. You saw it happening and knew to step back just in the nick of time, avoiding any risk of tumbling down with them. There is a large opening there, but it's a decent enough height that if you're not just hanging over the opening, nobody's going to puke on you. But yeah, lucky roll there, lucky roll. Mwahaha.
It's a 50-50, but it doesn't look like it.
First time anyone said that for me.
Good job.
Evelyn saves the day. So, the stairs are out.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting up here unless they manage to somehow dogpile on one another and reach about a 15-foot height.
Mm-hmm. However,
Getting down is also a problem.
yes, we are looking forward to a 15-foot drop into the midst of a bunch of vomit blight spewing undead.
Nothing says fun on a Saturday night than vomit spewing.
Yes.
Vomit spewing
Right.
undead.
Unless you're in Vegas.
True.
I just came from.
So, now you're up here. At least you feel at least some way safe. What's the plan now? The storm does not seem to be abiding. Go away, storm. It does not seem to be letting back at all. If anything, it's gotten worse.
Well, at least we can camp out for a few moments longer.
All right. Are you going to camp? Is this a short rest, long rest?
I know a few people who could use some kind of rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a tiny hut for 8 hours. See how it goes.
If you would like.
The only downside is that puts us all in one place. Concentrates the weight.
Well, it's
Well, it's extra
The tiny
dimensional
hut's pretty
space,
big.
so I don't think it actually weighs anything.
Does it absorb the weight? Oh yes, do that.
At least that's how I would interpret it. Extra dimensional
why have we
space.
not done it now?
Plus, from what I know, the size of the tiny hut, I
It's pretty
think
big.
it'll get all of us pretty easily, fairly spread out.
Except for,
Jeff.
Except for, like, Jeff and Archibald.
let's see how big it is, because otherwise they might end up getting squished really tight against the wall, and that might not be healthy.
Squish.
Let's check it out.
Squish. 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. You'll be fine.
So 20-foot diameter. 4 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they could like hang out next to the couch. Just put a...
I don't know. This is.
Well, it's 10 feet on each side. So
Radius.
We
10-foot
determined
radius.
that the
Right?
Yeah.
hut
Yeah, okay.
can hold all but... It can hold every person and precisely one animal, and that is its capacity.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
kind of... Okay.
Oh yeah, the Fenix would be the ones that are out. I forgot about that.
Is it okay to draw a circle of intention?
Of course. Actually, I can get rid of
I'm
this.
not good at this.
There we go. Since that's gone.
I mean, you know, they'll be...
Coming around the mountain.
Yep.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's gonna be tight, but...
It will be tight. We're gonna need another animal handling check. Especially for the ones being left outside alone.
They will not be alone. I will stay out with them and keep a watch over the hole in the floor.
Okay. In that case, if you're staying out with them, you give me the animal handling check, please.
Sure. Can I have assistance from Genesis?
I will say in this case, only if Genesis is out there with you, because you're actually the one physically handling them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Genesis, would you care to join me with the animals? Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I wouldn't stop.
I'm not going to make it too crazy for now. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. In that case, let me get a roll in.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Managed to keep them from freaking out. They're still extremely nervous.
It does kind of suck up here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, that's fine. So, we've got the Phoenix and Jeff outside.
Mhm.
Okay, and Listener.
Yes.
Uki, I'm assuming you're in the bubble as well? Getting rest? I assume. We'll assume. So yeah, is this a long rest or a short rest?
We've probably passed enough time we could long rest again.
All right. All right. If we are going to do a long rest, listener, you're staying up, I assume.
I am up, yeah.
I'm going to do 3 of these rolls. You're good.
You're good. You're good. Tower not falling. Love
Yeah.
to see it.
Well, with just the 3 of you out there, it's a lot less of a chance, too. So yeah, your long rest passes. Keep in mind the rules of the long rest according to the world.
Take your hit points.
Yeah, take your hit point.
It's not a D&D second edition, though.
No. We're not that
I would
mean.
get more, but we don't have any sunlight.
Yeah. I will say after your rest, the storm is starting to die down.
Ah, finally.
Starting?
Yes. Starting to die down. The winds have passed. There is still rain, there is still thunder, but the thunder is moving. It's getting distant now. It's a lot less than it was.
So, were there windows on this floor or none?
Same. The kind of arrow slit type.
Arrow slits. Can I look out the arrow slit?
Yeah.
And see what the local conditions are?
Once again, visibility is still pretty nasty.
Mm.
You can see, you're a little bit closer to the ground, obviously. So you can see, like, kind of the remains of the tower below you, and, you know, the ruins.
Mm.
You don't really see any movement on the grounds.
Should all be right below us.
Most likely.
Right, but is it not raining where I can see right here locally? We can just hear the storm in the distance still.
You can see it. It's more of a drizzle right now.
That's still pretty bad, honestly.
Ah, you can handle it.
Oh,
You can handle
could
it.
I? That would sting.
Don't
That's
listen
not
to
a
me.
positive HP experience.
Yeah, don't listen to me. It would not be a frosty glass of water.
Yeah. Okay, so we get to do some exciting things now. We'll step in, I guess, and awaken some of the party.
Okay.
Just a poke, a tap,
Yeah.
rustle the shoulders.
Yeah. So listener will get everybody up. Evelyn.
Me.
Root doesn't look so good. He's nuzzled into you pretty good, but his color is already starting to fade into an ashy tone.
Sounds like he needs sunlight and water.
Yeah. Can we get it water? Can we? That's
Yeah,
all we got. We don't
We
have
got some of that.
sun. Is there sun? Can we get sun?
We got some of that. I will cast Invisible Flask repeatedly until I can get some fresh water.
Okay. We'll let that go.
I pull the Sunstone out of my bag that I haul around.
The what?
Okay.
I have a Sunstone from a previous stage of the adventure. Unlike the many Phosphor Stones available in the party, this one appears to give off nutritious sunlight.
What?
It's true.
You literally just have everything. ruined.
I'm a plant. I look out for these things.
I mean, he is a plant.
This is my rations.
It's gonna be like.
Keep in mind that the Sunstone is not.
It's not real sunlight.
Yeah. It's like sunlight diet sunlight. Yeah.
Yes. But it is
But this
baby
area-
tree. Perhaps it can survive on less.
This area doesn't really have real sunlight, anyways, right?
It's dim at best, cloudy, murky, but it's enough to filters through. It is still legitimate UV radiation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would we? And it's still storming outside.
It's drizzling.
Awesome.
It's becoming livable, but not quite yet. Perhaps these, for now, will be best.
Yeah.
So when you pull the water out, you give it to Root. Root does seem to enjoy the water, and you pull the stone out, and Root immediately begins reaching for it, gimme, kind of doing the little baby coos.
With the little tiny grabby hands.
Yeah.
The sunstone is a binky. It's a tree binky.
Sunstone is a bottle.
Are you letting Root have the Sunstone, or you just want to hold it over him?
Oh yeah, you can have it.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take it immediately and just kind of start gnawing on it.
I do not know if that will break, but I do know that eating it will not help.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to swallow it. He's just kind of gnawing on it.
teething.
I do think the warning on it said for ages 300 and up, but
I mean, int
Chances
could
are
be.
he could be, because he's obviously been here since
It's at least 100.
at least
yeah,
before.
he's definitely pre-blight.
Yeah. So there are little holes and things around, right?
Hmm.
Um,
The arrow slits.
if we made a like medium-sized hole, like maybe like about the size of like somebody's head, for instance, and didn't get too close to it, but had the light that is cast in from it, and this is just musings.
Are you talking about knocking a hole in the wall?
Not like a big one, but just kind of making one of the smaller holes that's already there a little bit bigger to see if we can get some like natural light in without
By all means. Please.
When he says by all means, this
I
is a
know.
trap.
You can
This is a
certainly try.
linguistic
Can certainly
trap.
try.
Fingers.
Can certainly try.
To
No.
quote, a wise man, stop blowing holes in my ship.
Go for it. I mean, it worked last time. You knocked down the stairs.
You're not going to get any sunlight out of there yet.
Stop.
Let's try the upstairs path. I think going up through the trap door from earlier
This is
might
an
be our
option.
best bet. Once the storm has truly abated.
So are we going upstairs?
Once the storm has truly abated.
Okay.
You know, once the drizzle has stopped.
If you guys are all going to wait, if that's the plan, the storm
That's
will
my plan.
pass in about 3 hours. Is that the plan?
3 hours isn't so bad.
Okay.
We can get some stuff done. Wilhelm would want to tend to some wounds.
In that
You
case,
might have to make some rolls for him.
Yes. Here, I tell you what. Because I hate running characters, I'm going to let you control his character for a minute, if that's all right.
Oh no. Okay, that's fine.
There you go. You should be able to pull up
Alright.
his sheet now.
Let me do some clicking. I'm gonna have to reload, I think, to get it to update mine.
It's all good. It's all good. I will say the 3 hours will pass fairly uneventfully. I got to make a couple rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not a 20. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1 for each hour. You guys are still standing.
Yeah.
The floor didn't cave in. You guys are doing good. I mean, I'm actually kind of curious how the floor falling out from under you would go. Like, that would be exciting, but...
It would be
Please
very
no.
interesting. I have token control. I have no sheet control.
No sheet control.
Yeah, his sheet is not in my journal, so I cannot pull him up and roll stuff.
Oh, let me fix that. Nope. Where'd that go? Where did his sheet go?
These are the questions.
I know, right? That is weird. I think Roll20 is being a little wonky this evening.
Even the DM does not have access to Wilhelm's sheet. There are the deep mysteries.
Did that pop it up for you?
Let me click around a moment. Nope, I'm gonna give it one more refresh.
Here, I'm actually going to refresh real quick myself.
Nope, I still have no Wilhelm.
Well, that's all right.
We'll
We're
have to
gonna-
live without it.
We're gonna get this. Yeah, we'll keep going in the meantime till I figure out
Mhm.
what's going on, why this is being wonky. There we go. There you go.
Mhm.
Should be in there now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's a long name.
It is a long name.
All right.
All right, so I'll let you do that while we plan where we're going from here, right?
Yes, I will wrap my head around the control of a benevolent in this game.
Right. No rush. So, who's going upstairs, if that's still the plan? Everybody, or?
I honestly think listener will need to because he knows where the trapdoor is.
Okay, so listeners, for sure.
I think Uki's gonna go up, in case case for defense.
Okay. You two are up there? Anybody else?
Evelyn's gonna take Root up there, and she's gonna try to figure out how this other plant is doing just fine.
All right.
Because maybe there is a source of energy for it somehow that she can utilize as well.
All right. Anybody else going upstairs?
I'll say Saoirse will go with.
Okay.
Yes, we'll have Kaz man the watch, I guess.
Okay.
Who all was injured? I know that Evelett was badly injured. Listener was, but he doesn't bandage very easily.
I think
Genesis is injured. All right, so I'm gonna have Wilhelm change his dressings on Genesis and Evelett. Oh wait, that me might have been for going upstairs, right? I see Master Mrs. type. All right, were you injured, Master Miss? Is Genesis injured? Okay. Well, in that case, at least Evelett. Somebody else was injured. I just don't remember. Was it Uki? Uki, are you hurt?
Didn't Van get bumped?
I don't know.
Genesis was injured, but that was a few sessions ago, and
Yeah.
I don't know, how much of that has healed up. Because that's when we use the Tears of Sinew Fate. Well,
That ought to be completely healed.
true, yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, actually, what level are we at right now?
8? We're level 8.
Yeah, so let's put it this way. Uki's healed up, or at least was the last time I updated my sheet. But probably don't have the number of hit points I'm supposed to. My sheet says level 6. So, oops.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we should fix that.
Yeah.
So I do remember one thing.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, though, and that was that Wilhelm was out of supplies.
Yes, he has no salves and tinctures. He has stuff that is not made of plants, basically. He still had dressings.
Yeah. So
And those still need to be changed, so I think that's probably all he can do at this stage.
and that's fine. No worries. Evelett, you wanted to inspect the little vine that tried to murder Wilhelm.
I have. Do we add health points after long rests?
Precisely 1.
One.
Cool. That's yeah, super something. It's something.
It's something.
It sure is something. And Wilhelm is going to insist on changing your bandages before you go upstairs.
Sure is grateful for that. Yeah. And then she's going to inspect the plant with fresh bandages from a safe distance, so that.
What is a safe distance?
When she had come up the stairs before and found Wilhelm, she wasn't affected, so I'm assuming 5 feet is enough.
Okay.
And She's just gonna see if there's any unnatural source of light, runes on the wall, something that might be keeping it healthy.
Okay.
Apart from, I mean, I don't know. It could be like, maybe it's like nocturnal and it doesn't matter. So,
So,
do you want me to do investigation?
what I want you to do
Sure.
is tell me your armor class, please.
Yep.
12.
12.
Mm.
Oh, that was actually just a legit sigh. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So, Evelyn, as you're standing 5 feet away, kind of carefully looking, Genesis, I'm going to need to do this for you as well, and Uki too. You guys are kind of in the zone. Genesis, what's your AC? 18? Ooh, got you with that one. And Uki, what's yours?
I believe in my, I believe in my current and not quite built up that it's at 17.
17. Meter beat. All right, so you two, I need you to make a wisdom save, please. Genesis and Uki. Evelyn, you kind of saw this.
She has her mask thing.
Yeah, well, you saw this happening too, and we're like, oh, nope.
No.
Oh, master miss a 3. Poor Genesis. Okay.
Oh, poor Uki as well.
And Uki as well, yes.
Wait a second.
So, uh-oh, Genesis going with the luck point. All right. So your luck point saves you, Genesis. Let's see.
I'll play that for Uki.
Poison or disease?
It's kind of like a tendril. You just yank them off.
I don't know if this would count as a poison or a disease. Because this is it's actually a pollen that charms, more or less. So basically, all that's happened right now, Uki, you are absolutely entranced, and feel the urge to just kind of go sit down next to the plant.
Oh, no, you don't. I've seen this one before.
I'm just gonna head over here. Where's Archie? Where's my
As
friend Archie?
Drag Uki to the other side of the room. I try to explain to everybody fleshy here about the plants.
It's all right. So, Uki, why don't you guys do a contested strength check? Uki, you're at disadvantage because you're not really trying that hard. You're just kind of wanting to walk that way. You're not really fighting.
So I'm at disadvantage for strength.
Yeah. For once in your favor. 15.
That's gonna be hard to beat. Let's see how listener's doing.
Uh-oh.
No. Listener, despite his size, lacks much in the way of brawn. So he's just hauling on Uki, and you're not going anywhere.
Uki's tough. Let's be honest. Uki's tough.
Listener, pings Saoirse and says, "Help me. She's going to sit in front of the plant. You're not supposed to sit in front of the plant."
She'll come over and help.
Yeah. So as
I'm so nonchalant.
Green,
about it.
it's
You're
so
not
green.
supposed to touch
It
the
smells so
plants.
good.
Don't
so
sit there.
Might be putting Saoirse in danger, though.
Listeners saw everybody else get powdered, and you and he were essentially the only ones not in range.
well here.
So he's going to have to confirm the others have not been affected.
So look,
Keep in mind, Uki also typically has, she typically is pretty well, like, has her goggles and face mask, but she had removed them in order to work on the stairs and hadn't put them back on yet. So,
True.
yeah.
And
She's
Saoirse
got-
would have hers up, because, yeah, she's been in here before.
Yeah.
So Uki has moved to this point because of the contested point. So move you guys to where you're going if you're trying to help.
That's basically exactly where I am.
Okay.
I've moved Saoirse.
Because, I was trying to haul back on her as she walked that way. I'd be right behind her.
Okay. So Saoirse's moving back out of the way, or okay, I see.
Well, no. I didn't realize that Uki had moved her token. She was right up
yeah.
on Uki.
Oh yeah, no, I moved her because of the strength save thing.
Oh, okay.
So we haul once again.
So this is about to happen again.
Yeah, we're trying to beat that. We're trying to get there in
Um,
advance.
So this is gonna go. God, actually, this is gonna hit everyone in the room.
Saoirse has her mask up.
Somebody put my mask up for me because I'm not.
You're already gotten. It's not going to do anything extra to you.
Are
So
you sure? You get double dosed? Okay.
the mask is not going to completely help you, Saoirse, on this one.
Mm.
I assume your AC is
It's 15.
15. Genesis, you don't need to worry.
It rolled very low.
Evelyn, 13,
12.
12. Gotcha. Oh. Uki's already taken over. So, Evelyn, Saoirse, let's get a wisdom save. Oh no.
Oh, she is not the most wise.
Poor Evelyn. You'll be fine, I'm sure.
I refuse. I refuse.
He's no longer so sure.
So, yeah, it was a DC 14.
No. Wait. Can I do lucky?
You got a lucky?
I have a lucky.
Yeah, go for it.
Every luck point will be spent against a plant.
Go for it.
Okay.
Fingers crossed for you.
No!
Wait.
Ouch.
That's without. You want to make your actual wisdom save roll? I'll be very kind and let you actually do the wisdom save roll
Oh, I thought it's...
rather than just
Oh,
a
Just a
d20.
D20.
okay. No, I mean, it still would have been a 3 either way. No matter what I would have rolled.
If
that
you want
number
to
would've
just
been
do the wisdom save roll instead of the d20.
Okay.
Would like
Sorry.
to cheat, you may.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
No, damn it.
I tried.
what you get.
She's
Let's
probably gonna like start licking the plant at this point. Like I'm assuming that she is like, in love with
So
it.
yeah, you're compulsed to walk over there and sit down next to the plant as well.
Listener is just miffed.
That's your fault, listener. You're the one who, like... Saoirse could have,
Could have what?
Are we saying that Evelyn
refused
is
to help,
essentially a
but she
token?
won't?
Does Uki keep like a small weapon at her side?
You'll have to ask Uki.
A cutting implement. I'm looking at Uki right now. And Uki, do you have an axe or a knife that you keep handy?
I have, well, in addition to the spear on each hip, I'm sorry, pistol. I do have a spear. And then do I keep? I've got my tinderbox.
Tinderbox could work.
Tinderbox, yeah. What do I have? My gunpowder horn, pistol, scope, musket. Seems like I could have sworn I had like a dagger but again, it was something that it wasn't part of my original, but it was something that maybe the parents had given me at one point.
I have an explorer's pack.
Oh well. Oh wait. I have my tinker tools.
That does not necessarily have a weapons grade knife. Genesis, do you have a knife? I think you have a knife, don't you?
Saoirse technically has 2 daggers.
All right, perfect. Do you keep them like strapped at your side?
I mean, they're in like whatever, not at her side. No, they're
Deception.
in whatever bag she's carrying.
Yeah, my spear, which is basically kind of like strapped. Well,
Listener goes digging through everybody's gear for a sharp implement. He's just going to cut the plant off the wall.
Okay.
I'm sure.
He's got to sever the tendrils that are already attempting to eat everybody's brain. He's moving quickly.
And I actually should go ahead and point this out, as listener has so graciously mentioned. Small yellow tendrils are very rapidly coming out from the plants and starting to grow over all of your heads and begin to bore into the flesh.
Yes. Listener is moving to stop this. I don't have a brain. I don't have lungs to absorb pollen. It would be a minor skin irritant. I cut the tendrils off of everybody with the nearest sharp implement.
Okay. What is that implement?
I have a
The knife
shovel.
out of Saoirse's bag. It's a dagger.
Okay. So who are you starting with?
Uki, because she sat down first and is probably the worst off.
All right. You begin cutting Uki. Okay, here's where it gets crazy.
So I just cut and then like shove them backwards.
So this is happening very quickly. They are boring into your heads very quickly. And I won't get too crazy with the descriptors there, Prim. So,
Okay. Just the fact of tendrils boring into their head alone, just I can imagine it, and my stomach is just turning right now.
the horror of Cairne. Give me a Constitution save, both of you. Huki's, you're getting cut free.
okay.
So yeah, just Saoirse and Evelyn.
Oh wait, me or them? Okay.
Genesis could be helping, by the way.
I'm rolling Constitution. Kapow.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
How much do I want to get injured right now?
With a knife, Genesis. Help with a knife.
I'm gonna do it again, and I know it's OP, but I'm gonna do it again.
What are you doing? Luck
Okay.
point?
Yeah,
How many do you have?
you get 3.
And now she was blue and yellow.
I really, she's so low in health. Lend me your tree. Lend me your tree ability, and
Let's see your luck roll.
please.
Play
No.
Oh.
How did that happen again? This is why nobody
Genesis is
ever asked
also
me to roll.
contributing simultaneously with cutting Saoirse's tendrils.
Okay, so you went after Saoirse?
Yes, note must be made of this.
Okay. If you went after Saoirse, then you'll get her before the damage is happening. Evelyn. Okay. Yeah, you're taking some damage here. 1 point of physical damage. and 1 point of intelligence loss.
Ouch.
They have reached your brain.
Damn.
Ooh.
That's very fast.
Yes, it's starting to invade.
All right. So Watsuki's cut free. I turn and cut, Evelyn free.
Okay.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
All right. So
And I
you
kick everybody downstairs.
kick everybody. Get out of here.
Here, you have brains. Get out of here.
I will say that they all three are still under the effects of the entrancement.
Well, then it's gonna have to be Listener just big bodying them back and Genesis getting them down the stairs.
All right. And I know I'm not going to make you guys fight to get them down. Just understand that if they're left unattended for a while, they're going to meander back up there.
Wilhelm can attend. He's
Yes.
very good at attending.
He can. And over a period of time, maybe about an hour, the effects will fade. Evelette, you have a excruciating headache, and you're bleeding from the head.
What else could go wrong?
Wilhelm will attempt to treat this.
Okay.
I think he's basically reduced to his core abilities at this stage.
Give me a medicine roll with your usual advantage. Okay.
15.
Is that for Wilhelm?
That is for Wilhelm. That is. Wait, did I pull up his sheet or mine?
It said your name, so
It did. 1 sec. Let me fix that.
okay. Still a solid roll, but
There we go.
even better. She does have a fungal infection that has reached her brain.
He yells
Again!
upstairs. Listener! Listener! I don't have antifungals.
All right. Is listener going to poof the fungus?
Listener does. He's got the trick. In fact, I don't think he even has to go downstairs for it to reach. It's got a pretty wide radius on it.
Is listener? What is the range on it? Just curious.
Let me check. 15-foot sphere.
Okay.
So he does have to go back downstairs to be in radius. I was thinking it was a little bit bigger.
All right.
And there are 3 tokens that are supposed to be downstairs that are still on the
Yes,
top
we
level.
can't control those.
I'm sorry. I take it everybody went down.
At this stage, yeah. Listener was the last one up.
All right,
And
so yeah, I'll
he's
just
going to have to
move.
walk back and forth.
There we go. Everybody's there.
Yep.
Okay, so you hit the antifungal aura.
Mhm.
Evelyn's eyes kind of go cross, roll in the back of her head for a second. She twitches a few times. The blood flow increases from her head.
Wilhelm will be attempting to deal with this.
He'll be able to tell almost immediately it's just because the fungus that was clogging the openings has been obliterated. So the wounds were opened. Evelette, you will recover that point of intelligence after a long rest. The damage was not permanent.
Hey,
No.
It was
gotta
not
keep
permanent.
that brain.
Hey, what's he doing?
I almost got you though.
It was so close.
Yeah.
All right, this
That has
dealt
literally
with.
been the story this entire time.
Listener walks back upstairs with an antifungal aura, a dagger, and a very determined look.
The moment you cross that 15-foot radius into that plant, it dies.
It was a fungus all along.
It was.
It didn't look like one.
It was. It was actually considered a fungus. So yes,
That's hilarious. In that case, can you pop me into the upstairs tower?
gotcha.
Thank you, thank you. Listener looks at it and he says, I try to tell people about plants. I'm going to now attempt to work the mechanism for the trapdoor in the ceiling.
All right. So you find the mechanism. The ladder folds out of the wall where it was almost seamlessly hidden.
Mm.
And as it unfolds, the hatch opens.
Beautiful construction here.
It is quite nice. It is quite nice. But yeah, the hatch opens. It looks like the majority of the rain has stopped. Enough to where you could feasibly stick your head out and look around.
Then I will.
All right. Up the ladder you go.
Yes.
There is a small platform in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's strange, it's round, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably about 15 feet in diameter. The platform is,
Okay.
and there's a packaged bundle in the center of the platform with these small corded tethers going out to the edges of the platform from the bundle. Maybe about 8 or 9 of them altogether. And there appears to be some type of trigger mechanism built into the side of the bundle.
Well,
Like a small lever that you would pull to do something.
to do a thing. So, I have unusually various trap advantages.
This is true.
So good to know. Without disturbing the device at all, I would like to inspect it to see if I can tell what it might do.
All right.
I would like to perform a visual inspection.
Let's see that investigation roll.
Indeed. There you are.
15. So, first off, it is not a trap.
Okay.
You can definitely tell that. You're not really sure what it does, but the entire platform you're standing on appears to be a separate piece from the construction of the tower. So whatever it is, this entire platform is a part of it.
Mm-hmm. Listener kind of tilts his head sideways at it. Now that he's confident it's not a trap, he will manipulate the bundle to inspect it further.
You're pulling the lever?
Not the lever, he will look at the bundle.
Okay. It's some type of really strong and pliable cloth, very, very tightly bound and folded.
Okay, so I know what you're doing here, but listener will not. Like, I don't know what sort of intelligence check one must make to intuit the purpose of a hot air balloon.
It's.
'Cause,
I mean,
like,
it's,
who's gonna get that? You know?
I mean, you made your investigation roll, and it was pretty decent, but this is a pretty advanced piece of engineering.
Exactly. Like, no, would you like to specify a role for me to understand that this is a means of conveyance, even if I don't know how it works?
Well, you figured it out as a player, so
Is he like constantly in tune with the spirits, or is it something he has to like tap into?
I can see the dead everywhere, so I can always just spot them. They're just around.
yeah. I will say.
Currently messing with things in memory.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if there's like any on the roof messing with things.
That's always a good question, and I don't think we've seen any so far, though.
Yeah, the place was strangely devoid of spiritual activity. Did somebody call me?
Oh, I was gonna ask if
Oh.
there was any here on the roof. I didn't expect it, but
Oh, okay.
be nice if there were.
No, there's still no spiritual activity. I will say, for listener to figure out what this is, it's a near impossibility because he's never seen anything like it.
Exactly.
However, we do have some people who actually have a racial skill of education.
It's true.
Me.
Anybody with that ability could feasibly figure it out.
What the?
Listener will descend the stairs. He'll go here and he'll start, broadcasting. He will say, "It is safe, I believe, to exit onto the roof. So if you wish to take the little one up for some proper sunlight, now would be a good time. Be mindful, there's a strange mechanism and a big bundle of cloth. And I'm not sure what it does exactly, but I imagine if you bump the lever, something will happen. The platform seems detachable, so it may simply slide off, which would not be great."
That could be painful.
Yes.
So let me just do this real quick.
He tells everybody in case they want to, go up there, basically warning them about the lever.
Evelette's gonna go up because she wants to give Root some sunlight.
Okay. And we'll bring Wilhelm up.
Mm-hmm. He is an intelligent and educated fellow
Yeah.
who may recognize these things.
Yeah, but when Church mentioned like racial ability for education, yeah, the Becht.
The Becht.
There you go. So you guys are up there
Oh.
getting some sun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go first.
You can make the roll for Wilhelm if you want.
Oh, sure. What would it be? History?
No, this would just be investigation. Let's just say investigation for this.
So he hasn't filled in what all of his traits do. I imagine he just remembers them. Does the education give him advantage on those, or what?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Does this count as Kieran's history?
It could, yeah.
Alright, so he got an 18.
18, solid. I'll let Evelyn get her roll in too.
I get an advantage on that.
Mm-hmm. You are educated.
Oh wait, I didn't... Hold on one second. Sorry. There we go.
Impressive bonus, though.
My goodness.
Rocking some sigil investigations bonuses out here.
Poor Evelyn, you're just having the worst luck with the
Somebody
dice
give me
tonight.
new dice. That's because I rolled so good the other night.
Sometimes if you change the color,
It does help sometimes.
It does help.
Unfortunately, you can't do that in Roll20.
I know roll 20's mean.
It's a shame.
So
I think you
I'd
can.
like to
actually.
get out my metal dice, please.
I will say that both of you, for the two of you being educated, is enough to figure out that this is an observation balloon. It's actually a balloon that's tethered to the building that's used to lift up to a higher altitude and gain a higher vantage point and experiment with the weather and that type of thing. This was a science outpost.
Evelette's gonna explain with Wilhelm exactly what this does and how she thinks that it might not be strong enough to hold everybody, but maybe.
Yeah. Wilhelm actually, he looks at you and goes, yes. he looks very knowledgeable.
Yes.
Concerned about safety
Indubitably.
generally.
Indubitably. Pedantic. No.
Listener, no thoughts head empty, but I
Family
do
Guy.
get 1 hit point per round as long as I stand out here.
This is true. Root is already looking much better as well.
We're sitting back, vibing.
So,
Plant people.
I will say, strength-wise, if that's what you're actually going for, are you like trying to gauge the structural integrity of the thing? As if could it hold?
Like just kind of knowing the size of it, I feel like the amount of people that are going to be getting into this, there'd have to be so much cloth, and whatever is going to be burning has to be a lot of fuel.
There doesn't appear to be any type of burner.
Elves, they got that elf magic. They're gonna be doing something else.
Well, I don't know
course.
if that's within her.
Won't know until you unfurl it, I suppose, though. If you do.
Evelyn's going to grumble out the equivalent of "fuck it" and kick the lever.
All right. Boom.
being who she is.
Ah, yes, that is what you call a decision.
So you hit the lever. The bundle just shoots out in a steady stream, like it's like a magician unfurling one of those magic ribbons.
Assuming she falls back.
It comes out and unfurls into a huge teardrop shape above you, and I mean it stretches up about 20 feet and bowls out pretty wide. It immediately fills and starts trying to lift the platform. But the platform is actually tethered to the building, so it just lifts a couple inches and then sits there. It's a pretty smooth ride. It's not like teetering or shifting, it's just raised up a couple inches and stopped. You don't see anything actually filling the balloon. There is no burner or anything.
She's giving it a really suspicious look. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Elf magic?
Can we do Arcana check?
You are welcome to.
She has a -1 to everything, by the way.
Uh-oh.
For now, right?
Oh, for the intelligence loss?
Yeah.
Just temporarily, yeah.
Is this with or without advantage?
Do you normally get advantage on Arcana checks?
On, like, history related stuff, so if she would, like, even know that the elves would have any sort of, like, power source beyond what would be natural for anybody else. Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a stretch, so.
No, I mean, that would play. This is over 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead. You can have your advantage.
Come on. Whee!
Blam, look at
Finally!
that. Look at that.
A roll
So,
of substance.
24. This is definitely magic. You kind of gauge it based upon your knowledge, your history, your gears are turning despite the headache. You actually come to the conclusion that there is some type of air elemental basically infused into the cloth itself, which is it seems kind of cruel when you stop and think about it. This creature is enslaved and actually ripped out of its body and forced into this fabric basically for a purpose, but that's how it's working.
But
Eberron
science.
laughs in your face.
Go Eberron. Those guys are just mean.
Let's going to say, I've come to the conclusion. There's an air elemental sewn into the fabric of this balloon, and I mean, I think we should take advantage of it personally because I don't want to go back downstairs. For science.
For science. I will say,
Before it rains again.
The animals are not going to fit on here.
You cut out, my man.
Sorry, you cut out. The animals are not.
Oh, the animals are not going to fit on here.
No. I think we've got some contemplation to do. May I propose we take our union break?
We may. We may. So, yes, we'll take our union break. We'll be back in just a few minutes after we refill our drinks. Stay tuned.
second glass of wine, but I think I'm
Oh,
exhausted.
that's all right. You can't have too many. But we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where were we? I believe we just discovered the nature of the balloon.
Yes, we have a notion about it now.
What is the notion?
That Evelyn will flip any lever, any time.
Very
Yes.
true.
That's
Very
what we've
true.
100%.
So, do you want to use the balloon somehow, or
Well, it's of limited use to the whole party. The whole party will not escape on it.
I will say there is an option,
Mm.
and that option is send Kaz and Van Warren back to the Orti, or at least the original campsite at the Orti, with the animals.
We would have to bust them out of the tower for that to work.
It's just saying it's an option.
It is.
Kaz and Van Warren can get through it.
They just beat their way through a crowd of undead.
Well, you think about Kaz.
Oh, he's got the power.
Yeah.
He's got the power.
And Jeff.
We would be down the animals, though.
Mhm.
And that's the only way Listener moves at a normal speed.
Just saying, it's your call entirely.
Sound off. Those present.
Is Uki still under the influence of the plant?
No, we'll say that an hour has passed.
All right, looks like Genesis' opinion is a wide-eyed face.
Wait, where's Listener at?
Where's what?
Where's Listener at?
I'm up on the next floor, right there.
Got it. Okay, so I think Ashley had intended on being up there, right?
Yes. Technically, we're not even here. We're all up on the roof still. We haven't gone back down.
Got it. I don't know if I have control my token. Oh, wait.
Do you want to bring your token upstairs?
Oh, yes, please.
I got you. There we go. All right. Here, while we're here, let's. Still doing good.
Holding steady.
Holding steady.
Such a powerful tower.
It's well made.
Yeah.
Tower of power. So.
Let's just pretend we're all congregated and chatting about our options.
Okay.
It may be possible to cover some ground using this flying contraption, but it will not carry us all, and certainly not our trusty steeds.
How do we get it to go any certain direction?
It's a good question.
I was
as well.
hoping you would know.
So I'll say, speaking as Wilhelm,
Yes.
there is always the option of harnessing the animals underneath it. The educated man says.
Do Do the creatures that have been invading the tower, they were interested in, like, the humanoid, not the smaller creatures, were they?
They would eat any of us.
But, like, the ants haven't been eaten by these things.
The ants would, as a matter of fact, succumb to the fungal growth within a matter of hours, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, like, whatever, for lack of a better word, the zombies.
The Void Walkers.
The Void
The
Walkers.
Void
They like to
Walkers.
spread their disease. They're compelled to spread their disease to others. I think they would attack the animals just
You
the
think
same
they
as
would
the
attack
people.
the animals? Okay.
Yeah, they have in the
seemed
past.
to have, like, oh, okay. That was what my question was, is, like, do they seem interested in the animals? I can help, like, I can slow down the fall of several creatures at a time and help them get lower to the ground. But the fact is they would still be exposed and out in the open.
Oh, you're talking about on the outside of the tower?
Ah, clever.
Yes.
Because
So-
looking down, there is no movement on the outside of the tower.
Yeah. So, like, if we did a feather fall of those creatures while they have ropes that secure the hot air balloon to the structure attached to them, it'll maybe be heavy enough to pull the air balloon down far enough. I'm not sure, because it's not strong enough to carry all of us, so it will likely be pulled down by their weight if they're leashed by it, and then the rest of us can ride in it as they, like, go across the plane, kind of like a flying carriage.
So leashing them, basically.
Leashing them.
Are you ready to roll a 30 animal handling check?
So, also, just a small detail. Like I said, there's no movement on the outside.
Yes.
It's the Void Walkers you did see are on the second floor.
Yes.
They've already made it away. So there is a chance they're congregated on that second floor. They're not terribly bright.
No, they really aren't. They may not be able to stumble their way back down the stairs to get at things.
That or we could just block their exit. Like,
Oh, yeah. Well, they busted down the door already. I'm sure they could bust down anything else we put up there.
I mean, like, we could just use, like, fire.
Just burn the whole
Definitely.
town down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an option.
Yeah.
You would probably feel worse about it than anybody. That's a lot of money.
All that wood going up in flames.
Yeah, but, like, if you're dead, you can't spend the money anyway.
It's true.
Also a very, very good fact.
And the rest of this wall is made out of wood. And the other
You can't take
structures
it with you.
here are made out of wood.
We'll be lucky to take, like, our own possessions with us.
Yeah.
This is true.
Right now, it seems more important to
To escape, yes.
out of here. She's like petting her baby tree.
The tree.
No.
I do
That
not
is the extent
believe
of her intelligence.
that
It's
we
taken
could
quite a while.
persuade the animals to leap from the top of the tower. They trust us, but perhaps not that much.
Evelette, who has not been with them long enough to understand the relationship, says you could always kick them or throw them off.
Have
But
you
we'll
seen
feather
how
fall
much
them. They won't
Archibald
die.
weighs?
They won't die because of a feather fall. They'll be fine.
Have
They
you
just may
seen how
never
much
trust you
Archibald
again.
weighs?
Yeah. They are very big.
Yeah.
They just may never trust you again.
They've got a whole size category on every one of us.
Oh, okay.
They are riding
yeah.
creatures. It's like trying to
3
push
of
a
us.
horse off a roof.
It's a good way to get kicked by a horse. They usually don't leave the roof, though. It's not a bad idea. Out of character, it's not a bad idea. It would just require some interesting maneuvering. Church be
Well,
rolling
we're
that
gonna have to
structure.
find a way to get off the roof.
Yes.
Eventually, this thing's going to come down. So.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, you just keep rolling a D100. It will roll a 1. It's on the die.
It's on the
It's
die.
there.
Eventually, I mean, you're going to make your way down one way or the other.
Yeah.
I say that we set the roof on fire and scare them off of the top of it.
It's a shame neither of us knows sleep. That would be pretty useful this time.
Hold the line.
Checks, spells.
Do I know so? Well,
No, that's for me, not for anyone else.
Saoirse or Genesis may be able to help put things to sleep.
Wait, why do we want to put them to sleep?
Then we could harness them.
How do we make them run, though? Like, do we wake them up? Will they wake up?
If we manage to land the balloon again, it won't be a huge concern.
I don't have any sleep songs on me, and also I'm pretty sure that all of the like songs that induce sleep start at like the 3rd level sleep songs, which I don't start taking until level 10.
They're
Noted.
a little far away.
Been taking
Noted.
level 1 and 2 like songs this entire time, and like
I thought they
I
opened
might
up
as well
quicker
just
than
have the
that.
whole sodding like song list you've made on like Sears' known spells.
I was gonna say I thought they opened up faster than that, or is it just the ones you picked aren't?
No, like they like I've got pretty much the majority of the songs like on the list she made. The only ones that like it didn't take I felt were pretty redundant.
Well, we'll revisit that then.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember what level you got the sleeping strain.
Oh, Genesis got the moves.
Oh, I forgot the last word there. Try.
You can. I thought that was a much more positive answer.
You can
I was
certainly
ready for
try.
you can certainly.
Anticipation.
I mean, we are headed to the lab to see what's on the slab.
This is true.
The experiments are just, can we do the thing with the dice rolls?
We. Hmm. This is a tricky one. We're down a good number of people. Not really sure what to do myself.
Everybody's nervous.
Yeah. And a lot of us are kind of toast at the moment after the day's events.
I say we kick the lever.
Evelyn repeatedly kicking the lever. It refuses to fly any more than it already is.
Oh no, I mean on the assisting them in their descent.
Oh. She's determined to kick them off the roof.
I mean, not like kick them, but like there are ways
Just a healthy push.
to like encourage.
So you said you had Featherfall.
Sure do.
How many targets can Featherfall hit?
Here. And I can add, but here I'll just five
Five.
creatures. I can if I use a little bit more of my strength though, I can isn't it? Oh wait, no, that's not how it does it anymore. It doesn't have the add anymore, does it?
No, I don't believe it does. It's just up to 5.
Oh, I thought you could. Oh, okay, never mind. 5. The end.
Okay, 5. That is well, it's not precisely our animal count. We've got 5 plus Jeff, actually.
Jeff could walk through them.
Jeff could walk through anything, I'm pretty well convinced.
Like, Jeff is pretty much immune to their...
Yeah,
Their
he does not
attacks.
care about void, he does not care about damage,
He's a void lizard. He was spawned
Yeah.
from the void itself.
no concern.
So Jeff can actually get out on his own.
How many times can you cast Featherfall? See, it's first level. I don't know how many first level slots you have.
Me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Good to go. We had a long rest.
How many do you have? How many slots?
Oh,
first level?
all together. Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha. You want me to do more than one? Yep. 4.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sorry,
we-
I thought you meant if I had any left.
Oh god, I just love
Look,
the...
I have -1 intelligence right now. You need to calm
So do
down.
I'm so
I
wild.
took some damage to my brain.
Took some IRL damage is
I
how
mean,
bad my rolls were.
How many times can you cast it? Yep, good to go.
Yep, good to go. I thought you meant yeah, anyways.
Oh, Genesis has got the move, actually. Do they weigh...
Just a reminder.
Do they weigh more or less than 480 pounds there, Church?
Archibald definitely.
He's a hefty boy, it's true.
Phoenix? That's a good question. I would say the Phoenix probably weighs as much as a small pony.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what a
That's
small
several.
pony weighs.
100 pounds.
I'm pulling 900 pounds.
A New Forest pony is 5'10" to 730 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Them some big ass fennec foxes. Large fennec foxes, but
Yeah.
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 I don't
Big
want to
hefty
get
boys.
into how horrible that sounds to have to like birth a pony that's already that heavy.
They start a little smaller.
They must though because people lift ponies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 500 pounds is 500 pounds. It's not impossible.
But they're not foals. They're ponies.
Yeah.
Yes,
ponies.
that's a pony. A pony is grown.
Gotcha.
It's just
yeah,
small.
Yeah.
Featherfall does not have a
No.
weight limit.
5 creatures. It probably should have a weight limit, but
But it's magic.
yeah,
Yes.
it's easier to say 5 creatures than this many pounds.
Wait
That
until I
involves
get my
math.
hands on animate objects.
All right. I have a proposal. It may be slightly controversial. I don't know. What if we postponed the decision for next time and allowed our many variously wiped compatriots to rest?
As always, that is entirely up to you guys. I'm
I'm
not
cool with that.
opposed.
It'd be cool to depart with with everybody in the party actually here and
Yeah.
getting to experience flying in an air balloon together. That'd be cool.
Because I know
Well, he may have
That-
some insight too. You never know.
he'll have some insight. He'll have some things he wants to do. I know Hannah's not saying much because she's wiped. I assume the same of you, Snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. And considering this is something that could lead to all of your very squishy demise.
Mm.
I'm
Correct.
too chaotic
We
to be
all
allowed to
sleepy.
make these decisions.
Yeah, get up 300 feet in the air and it just kind of stops.
Because I do want to ride the hot air balloon, but I want to do it in my right mind after having made good decisions.
I knew
Yeah.
the balloon would entice you guys.
Yeah, the balloon is very tempting. That could get us anywhere. That could get us right into the heart of the volcano.
It could.
I kind of feel like, you know how they give you balloons at the store and they have like those little plastic tags that weight them down?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like your Phoenix are the little plastic tags, except with legs.
And that's one of those good decisions we need to make in advance.
And I really want to draw a picture of a Finnick drawn balloon.
That would be fun.
It would look like an octopus walking across the ground with like shoes.
Only in Cairne.
Only in Cairne.
Yeah,
Alright.
just a appearance reminder for you, like for the drawing, they are solid white with solid black eyes, and they look like giant fennec foxes.
Yeah.
So they're panda Finnick foxes?
Kind of, yeah.
More like they have solid black orbs for eyes, not
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay. Oh, and they don't have any patches on them. They're
Yeah.
all just white.
They're-
Patch.
They're void touched, so their eyes are like a black sheen. Kind of
Oh,
like,
so we
kind
get
of
along
like,
great.
kind of like your eyes.
Yeah, we get along great.
Those ears, though, so big.
Those
You'd have a
big,
picnic under those
those
ears.
big finnick ears.
Oh my.
Yeah, because they are still desert creatures technically. So the large ears help them disperse heat.
That feels pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But yeah,
right.
we will call it here. We will be back to continue this story in 2 weeks, and of course, the official episode 1 of the new season of Sigil Confidential will begin next Saturday. This last one was kind of episode 0, but yeah, we'll begin the important details.
Oh dear.
It's crime time.
Prime time for a crime time. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in before or after or during. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
What no?
good night, everyone.
SpongeBob?